caramelizes down. It's super fragrant and very, very sweet. That's going to literally give that wonderful flavour.
Bring that back up to the boil, and it will have a slight crunch left in there.
Let the pan do the work and get that beautiful colour in there.
I don't even know who you are.
You sit that on top of there.
I'm nervous on the surface, I look fine. My brain feels heavy, my traumatized mind. And I'm so tired, I can't feel my eyes. Whoa, whoa. I'm petty, but I know how to lie. I feel feelings that I can't describe. I'm not breathing, but I'm still alive. Whoa, whoa. But I think I'll be alright, 'cause I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up yet. I feel.
Yo, what's happening everybody? It's your boy N and we are back for another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Now for today's video, it is a bit longer, but that's because we are going over and explaining a new strategy and approach that has been working very well for me. Now obviously the emphasis is on Baryon mode and a Naruto final value with his new jutsu order for final 4 with my strategy, obviously in combination with KOM Naruto and Gaara V1. So please pay attention, it's very specific. I hope you guys enjoyed and please follow along. So attackers nowadays are much smarter, they are more aware of how to counter, let's say, KOM Naruto and Naruto Final Valley. Nobody really does a gate crash anymore besides Sasuke Final Valley, but it's still risky depending on the amount of attack that Sasuke Final Valley has. So most people either speed glitch or precast a jutsu. Now again, they are much smarter now, so what they do is they either precast a limit break, a EX to get certain effects like damage nullification, or they just precast a jutsu while entering final 4. They do this to waste the iframe that Naruto Final Valley performs first, which is his new limit break if you have a double limit break, and let's say KOM Naruto. After your final 4's iframe expires, your final 4 is then open up to potential attacks like a EX ultimate afterwards, right? Which puts you in a vulnerable position. So after a lot of testing and planning, I made a good final 4 with a new jutsu combo and a very good strategy, which not only aims to counter what I just explained, but also tries to counter everything as much as possible. So we'll go over Baryon mode first, and then Naruto Final Valley, and then the rest of the final 4 units. So we're going to go over Baryon mode real quick, and then Naruto Final Valley, which is very important, but first Baryon. So because I'm using him in final, we have on that 7-star green card, which decreases the amount of damage they take from an EX ultimate, which can be really good against Sasuke Final Valley's gate crashes or any EX in general. In terms of his combo, I have his new limit break first. I have him at +3, which is really good, and I really recommend this because it strips 7 seconds invincibility, which all anniversary units do, which I will talk about with Naruto Final Valley. Then we have his old limit break in second, which again has good stripping effects, good team effects, has a lot of range, as I mentioned in my testing video as well. Now you could probably take out his new 4-star and keep a double limit break. This is to increase the percentage that he will spam his limit breaks. But so far with the testing that I've done, having his 4-star in third has been doing very well. It also adds in a bond, which means I can add in a third follow-up to my final 4 in general. And that is going to be a CB stealer, such as a Fireball, which in this case is Orbital Rampage. Now altogether, that makes for a good combo. He will spam his limit breaks more generally, but he will use his 4-star from time to time, which isn't bad. And he is boosted with that jutsu, so it will cause a lot of damage, etc. So overall, that's doing well. In terms of his build, my attack strategy is kill or be killed. So I'm always trying to emphasize a high attack ratio, but also trying to balance HP defense and the needed resistances. Obviously, in terms of resistances, you need it both at a 130% to cover all bases, because he gets seal immunity via his link board. Thus, he needs 130% for everything else. And as you guys can see, he's both pretty good overall in my opinion. And again, he's not only an attacker, he's a defender, and that's what I want from him. So that's why he's both like that. Now for the second most important part of this video, which is Naruto Final Valley. Upon looking at him, you might think, what the hell? He's 4-stars back, no old limit break, why, who, and how? Well, this is because we want to delay his limit break for the second usage to counter any attacks after the enemy's precast jutsu. And then also, no matter what order you put his 4-star in, he will always use that first, or at least like 95% of the time, which is good and what we want, because that not only delays his limit break for a second set of invincibility with KRM Naruto, again delayed protection, but it creates a damaging area off the go, which is very similar to Shishui, which again is great for helping stop movement, making it very hard for the enemy to breathe upon various good effects, right? Now, if you're gonna do this, you need another anniversary unit such as Sasuke Final Valley or Baryon mode with their limit break first. And again, because Naruto Final Valley is not gonna precast his new limit break first, you need someone who can strip invincibility, and an anniversary unit with 7-second strip makes up for Naruto Final Valley using his 4-star first. So I hope you guys understand what I mean. And then the reason as to why I don't have Naruto Final Valley's old limit break on is because for him specifically, if we add on his old limit break, which is a third jutsu, we are decreasing the percentage in which he will use his limit break or his 4-star, which is not what we want. We want him to use his new limit break as frequently as possible and his 4-star as frequently but as least as possible in comparison to his new limit break. So if we add a third jutsu in, he's not going to spam those two moves as much, right? Which is not what we want. Now, with his bond on, that allows us to have another follow-up, which in this case is Sasuke vs Jigen for again an extra CP stealer ranged attack. In terms of his build, very similar to Baryon mode, but again because he's an orange type, it's easier to build higher HP again, and I have my best tools on him. So overall, his build really good in my opinion. High attack 70k, high HP to again obviously tank more damage, support the team, as that's his key role as well, and not only kill strip. So yeah, his build overall very good in my opinion. Try to counter all scenarios. So with KRM Naruto, we have on the second 7-star card, which increases the amount of damage they can take from an EX ultimate. And then I can't stress this enough, he does not need a third jutsu, because if you add on a third jutsu, you are decreasing the percentage of him spamming and using his limit breaks, his iframes, which makes no sense. He only needs his new kit, unless you don't have his new limit break or his new 4-star, then you can substitute in his old spin. Now, because I added in Baryon mode, I have an increased amount of attack, which means I don't need that 50k attack I had on KRM Naruto, which means I boosted his HP a bit. And because I have on added evasion cards, I don't need 30% evasion base. I can focus on adding extra attack cards to boost attack as much as I can. With his follow-up, we have Sasuke in 20th. And again, like Naruto Final Valley, he will use his follow-up first, which is great. And S20's fireball is really good, as it shoots out 2 fireballs with a good knockback range, CP stealing effects. So it just makes for a really sick combo, guys. And yeah, for me personally, Gaara V1 is a staple, and that's because he 100% of the time counters or at least reacts to precast entries, whether it's an EX ultimate or a jutsu. If I don't have him in final, then there's a small percentage, even with KRM Naruto, that a precast EX or jutsu will land and kill my final 4 before they could even get into action. So I would rather lose with me putting up a fight than me lose with my final 4 not even reacting or getting a chance to, if that makes sense. So that's why he's a staple for me, and it just covers more scenarios. And with my final 4 and their build, their combos, it just makes for a good combination, you know. So without further ado, thanks for following along so far. If you did, let's get into some of the replays now. Thanks for watching, and peace out.
終わりだ